That's okay. Who wants to talk about magic? Psst. Nobody, by the way. That's who.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say anything.
So you hadn't just zoned out, you were intentionally quiet.
Of course.
So I'm giving you an out, Mike. Just go with it. Ooh, ooh. Hang on, I have an itch.
For some reason, I feel like you got quieter.
Who, me?
Let's adjust my volume. Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't either. Am I still quiet?
Sound
No.
normal to me.
Okay, now Brian's loud. It's probably on my end.
Damn it, Brian. Shut up.
Yes, sir. I mean, wait.
Dirk, are you loud?
I hope so.
Fair enough. Now, why is this in my recycle bin?
Because you're a conscientious person.
Now, my computer recycle bin. Is it already over here? It is. Okay. So it's in the recycle bin. Okay, I remember now. Now it's gone. Ha ha ha. Okay, let's go. You guys ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Good thing this is a still image because I'm dropping frames like a boss all of a sudden for some reason. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Okay, here we go. Like for real this time. Ow, jam! Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mana Pool. Remember us? we used to do a podcast called the Mana Pool.
We would average like 50 episodes a year.
Yeah.
This year, not as much.
Yeah, between... I think we took 1 week off. Oh, yeah, we took Thanksgiving off because it was Thanksgiving, even though, you know, you shouldn't go do things. We took it off anyway. And then the next week, we just weren't feeling a podcast, so we did a show, like a Just Chatting stream. And then last week, we were gonna do a podcast, and then there was an emergency, which Mike will get into in a second, I'm sure. And so this week, now we're back. Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
So this is episode 606 of the Mana Pool, and we'll do intros in a minute. Hey Mike.
Hey.
Let everyone know how your dad's doing real quick, and what happened, because we haven't done a podcast since then.
Yeah, he's doing okay. He's still laid up in the hospital, and there's still some more work to be done. What had happened was when he was going to work early Thursday morning, he got involved in a car accident. He hit a disabled car that was sitting in the middle of the road that he couldn't see because it was dark out and the car was dark and its lights were all off because it was broken. And yeah, he got pretty banged up. They had to do some work on his leg. They got to do another procedure for a fracture in his face, and he's got some PT to help him get his leg working right again. So it's still going to be, he's probably still going to be a couple more weeks in the hospital, but he's doing very well considering what happened to him.
Good. I mean, not good, obviously, it happened, but, you know,
Yeah.
It happened. You can't take it back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but for a 60-year-old man to be involved in an accident like that and get hurt like he did and be doing this well comparatively, yeah, that's a good situation considering.
Yeah. Gotta be thankful for that.
Awesome. So thank goodness. Yeah, we mentioned this on the stream last week, but since that wasn't a podcast, any of you who only listen English, any of you who only listen to the podcast won't know what's up. You'll just know that we've been gone for like a month. What the hell?
Yeah.
Apologies for that. But it's 2020. Crap happens. You understand. So, with that, let's do this episode. I am Chewie, and I play the Angel. Other people, dorks, players, whatever?
Hey, in this cast of characters, I am Brian in real life, and here I am still Brian because I'm the GM, the game master type guy, leading them, watching them trip over their own feet through this wild and wacky adventure. And I'm here to tell them how badly they get hurt. That's me.
He's here to kill Dirk. It's what he said in the pre-show.
Shh, shh. I don't think he heard you.
I'm Mike in real life, and in this game, I'm Karim, the soldier, and I'm the one doing all the tripping over my own feet and all the getting hurt.
And I'm real life Dirk. Character is Alaric, and I'm probably going to be the one who says the wrong thing and gets booted off into the chasm of no return.
Huh. And much like in real life, I'm just sexy.
That you are.
We'll go with that.
Okay. So, at the beginning of the last episode, we kind of almost had a two-parter last time. Of course, all of these are continuations, but we had two episodes that were RPG back-to-back because we had some unusual stuff going on. It was kind of unprecedented for us. So, and in the middle of all that, these guys kind of split up, with Karim going one way and Alaric and the Angel going another. And just to get us caught back up, around the middle-ish of the last episode, they found each other. So, and true to form, these guys have not, peaked or anything. So, does anyone want to mention what has happened since they found each other?
I almost shot Mike.
Yeah, I found out
That is the truth.
Yeah, I found out that I have a vampiric curse now.
Like you do.
Yep.
Man, if that's not peak 2020.
Yeah.
Just the matter-of-fact way you said that.
Yep. These last two episodes actually were over the summer, so we haven't done this in a little bit.
Gosh.
Yeah.
God, was it that long ago?
I thought, we did those two, and then other things came up, and it was up, and then we had previews for Double Masters. And then it was something else, probably maybe a week or two where we didn't feel like it. And then it's more previews, and then it's Zendikar Rising, and then it's other stuff. So, it is what it is. But we're back. Just to recap a bit, everybody was in the town of Aosk, and we haven't heard Mike talk, or we haven't heard Alaric talk to the others, and that's I did it once. Okay, we haven't heard Karim talk to the others about what all led him to him being a vampire. The others just kind of entered this building. There's a black hole kind of thing. Out pops Karim. Alaric almost shoots him for a while. It was kind of tense. And then they discussed the situation a little bit. The Angel was very focused on trying to find a way to help Karim. And they ended up looking in these big glowy books that Gander had put together. And all of them learned some new, rather high-level spells, but still don't seem to have a way to help Karim. Daytime-wise, it's now going on about noon. the Angel and Alaric entered Gander's headquarters or workspace or whatever you want to call it first thing in the morning and found Karim there. And that's basically where we left it. So I'll just let you guys pick it up there. As a reminder, you're in this rather rectangular room. Books are strewn everywhere. It's a workspace / laboratory. There is a staircase leading up in the northwestern corner of the room. And you haven't been up there yet. There's a chair turned over and lots of books. Okay, go.
Okay, well, I'm going to straighten up the chair because I'm not an animal.
All right, I'm going to need you to wait, hold on. Okay, the chair is straightened. All right. Whew, we can all breathe easy now.
All right. So I forget. Did you tell us what happened?
I don't know, but I'll tell you now anyway. So
Here we go.
So we got separated. I was trying to double back around. First, I was trying to flank the worm or whatever. We were attacked by a worm, right?
It was a worm. It was an arrogant worm. You thought it was a hill and it wasn't.
Yeah, I was trying to flank around the other side of the worm, but of course, this stupid forest makes it impossible to get anywhere without getting lost. So, by some stroke of luck, I ended up here, which is where we were trying to, which I found out was where we were trying to go anyway, after I got to talking with a friendly person who came to see how I was doing and told me about Gander being here. So I asked to get brought here to talk with him to try to get more information about Iconir?
Gonathir?
Gonathir? Yes, about
Oh.
Gonathir.
You've already seen Iconir.
Right, yeah, I just can't. I'd gotten the names of people mixed up.
It's okay. It's been a little while.
Yeah, to find more information about Donathir and how he might get out of here. But then suddenly I was frozen in place, and he started hypnotizing the friendly person who brought me here, and it was clear that he was going to go all vampire on her. I just couldn't stand for that. And he was obviously making himself out to be some kind of, big shot, megalomaniacal villain type guy. And no, yeah, being in prison like that and seeing him about to probably kill that poor person, I couldn't stand for that. So I was able to bust out of the spell holding me and fight him and kill him. And after I killed him, this weird mist or whatever came over me, and then I woke up and you guys were here trying to kill me too. But thankfully we got it all sorted out.
Okay, to be fair, I didn't try to kill you.
Okay, yes. I'm exaggerating because I'm still hopped up on adrenaline or whatever.
Al over here was afraid you were some sort of copy or something, I think.
Because, it was a black blob. And when it came out, it was a vampire. My thought was that it was like a vampiric copy of you or something.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
But it's good to have you back, Shorty, even though you're, a little worse for wear.
Yeah, it doesn't help that I'm from Innistrad, where there are a lot of vampires, and they do a lot of impersonating.
Oh.
And murder.
Mm-hmm. Let's not forget the murder part. I mean, murder, yeah, but identity theft, no.
Yeah, so, Alaric, since you do know about stuff like this, is this going to be a problem? Am I going to die if I don't kill and eat people? Or am I just going to be weak or whatever?
They do tend to eat for sustenance, but with your condition and the world we're on, I have no idea. We'll just have to wait and see.
So a vampiric curse isn't the same in every place?
We'll find out.
Oh boy.
Let us know how you're feeling.
I'll definitely keep you posted.
If you
Yeah.
start getting a case of the munchies, you need to let us know.
Yeah, if you chow down on like a whole fruit and it doesn't help, maybe, get the hell away. I mean, let us know. All right, well, we're here. We made it. You've gotten rid of Gander.
I guess we need to search for more clues, and then I don't know. Do we go back to Eichelnir and tell her what happened?
Didn't we have 2 places we could go? Jumping out of character real quick. We had 2 places we could go, right? And we chose to come here to find Gander first.
I mean, yeah, technically you could wander in any direction you wanted, but you were kind of pointed in 2 directions. One was to go back to the tower that you now have the key for.
That's what it was.
And one was to go see Gander because Gander worked with Donatello.
Mm-hmm.
But
apparently he was an evil blood-sucking bastard.
well, a couple people just, since it's been a while, a couple people alluded to the fact that he may not, have been the same as when Eichelnir knew him before. So,
Okay, right.
So you want to look around.
Yeah, that seems to be the only thing to do at the moment, is see what the hell is here and if we can find any information about anything. We already checked the big glowy books, and they were no help in this respect.
Okay. Do you guys want to make a sort of observation check to see if you notice anything out of place, or do you just want to narrate to me what you want to do?
Do an
Chair should be
observation
fine,
check.
that's one thing.
All right.
I heard some of that from one of you.
I think I heard a hybrid. Tell you what, I kind of know where everybody is in the room. Why doesn't everybody just go ahead and roll a d20 and tell me what you get?
I got 20.
I got a 19.
I have a 13. Lucky 13.
Nailed it. We can fight for crap, but we sure can look around.
So all of you notice that once again you're in this rectangular room, bookshelves, tables strewn with papers, la-di-da-di-da, glass implements on some of these, and there's no windows, which might make more sense now. The room is lit because the door to outside is slightly ajar, because the angel and Alaric left it open. However, the angel and Alaric also see a faint glow coming from up the stairs, reminiscent of torchlight. Karim is still admiring the chair that he has straightened.
Okay, so here's something to experiment with real quick. If I get closer to the light coming from outside, does it start to get uncomfortable?
That's a good question. So,
yeah, is this a Magic the Gathering, vampire race kind of thing, or is this a
I don't know. I've heard all kinds of things about vampires. I want to see which parts of the curse I'm subject to.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good question. So you start, I'm assuming to enact this out, you start heading toward the door, right? So
yeah.
Just specifically. All right, you are in the shadow of the room. You start walking toward the door. You see just to picture, you see the light spilling in the shape of the open door. When you're a couple inches from the outline of the sun, and you start to feel the warmth of the outside on your skin, you start to feel a little weaker. like
boy.
noticeably. Do you want to continue to walk into the light?
Yeah, I'll Angel Elric, I might need one of you to drag me back into the shadow in a second.
I got you, buddy.
Will do.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll
All
continue.
right. You continue to walk right into the sun. You set one foot out. You start to feel a little woozy. You complete your step, and you're standing in the light.
Mhm.
Okay. You take 1 point of damage, and you
Ow.
almost involuntarily step backward into the light,
Okay.
into the darkness. So, your skin is not smoking. You are not on fire. You do not automatically turn to dust.
Yeah, but that felt
But
horrible.
that
Yeah.
felt the bad. Yes.
Okay. That is very inconvenient. Okay.
Slightly so, yes, since
Yeah.
most of the time you've been around, during the day. So,
Great.
All right.
and so the campaign ends in this room. Good night, everybody.
You do know this is gonna make traveling just a large pain. You know that, right?
Yeah. Let's keep looking around here, try to find something. I don't know. Try to find anything.
Yeah. If only we had a Holocaust cloak.
Hmm.
Do you think the angel has seen the Princess Bride? All right. Well, we spotted some light up there, so we should probably go see what's up there. I'm pointing as if the webcam is on.
Yes. Let's go.
Up there. Okay. So
Okay.
you head to the stairs. Who's going up first?
I'll go first one.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
fly up because I have wings.
It's a fairly narrow staircase. So, and the way the stairs go right up into an opening in the roof
So it
the
isn't.
ceiling of this room.
Oh, okay. It isn't an open
not,
area.
It's not open area. Whoever designed this clearly did not have feng shui in mind. So
Or angels, apparently, bunch of racists.
or angels. So you proceed to walk up. Karim is first.
I'll go second.
Okay. Kareem, roll a d20 for me.
Sure.
Oh God.
Yes. 13 again.
Oh.
13. Okay. As you walk up, you notice that you walk up when you are about level with the ceiling of the first floor. There's a glyph on the wall that suddenly lights up in a black flare.
Hmm.
It's suspended in midair for a minute, and then it vanishes. You don't seem to notice any change to your person.
Okay. I mean,
All right.
was it a recognizable glyph or just a shape?
It was a shape that you don't recognize.
Okay. All right. I don't know if that's the trap, guys. I might be fine because I'm a vampire, but just be careful.
Okay.
So you continue up. As the others pass it, you can see the outline of where it was, but it seems to be deactivated by Kareem going first. You start to turn a slight corner to your right, and you see a door in front of you. It's a wooden door.
Mhm.
You open it right up.
Yeah.
And okay, nothing activates. You open the door, and up here you see this appears to be living quarters. To your left is an area that could have served as a makeshift kitchen or food storage area, and to the right, and this is all open plan. To the right is a poster bed and cabinet and dresser and nightstand, all matching.
Nice.
Everybody
Is there a
roll.
Trivester IKEA around here somewhere?
Yeah, and I think all the instructions are just pictures; they're not words. So, let's have everybody roll a d20 as they're looking around.
It went behind my glass.
16.
It's 5. God.
Okay, so so that's 6 for Alaric, 5 for the Angel, and 16 for Kareem, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I should note that the room is again kind of dimly lit. You can see that there are 2 braziers, one on either side of the room, with torches that are still burning. They look like they're pretty well stocked up on oil, so they're not going to run out anytime soon. That being said, the room is still, once again, with no windows, is still fairly dim. Kareem, actually, because he's a vampire, can see a little better than the other 2, and you notice that there is some sort of tome or volume on the nightstand. As you approach, it looks like it's old, and there is a pen but no inkwell close to it. It also, again, it's old, and it looks like parts of it may have been removed. The pages are some of the pages look like they might have been missing just from gaps in the way, because it's closed, but you can tell that the pages are uneven.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Anything on the outside cover?
There's no notation on the outside cover.
Okay. Anything creepy, like bound in human skin or whatever?
It appears to be pure papyrus or paper or whatever serves for a writing source, a writing surface. It's not made of stone. It's paper. Let's call it paper. No need to invent the wheel or the paper. You already got serviceable paper. Do you want to attempt to open it?
Yeah, I'll open it up and leaf through it.
Okay. All right. So what you seem to have found, you can tell fairly quickly, is a journal.
Wonderful.
Written, well, you never saw him write. I guess you can assume that it is in Gander's writing. And rather than me sit here and read this to you, I'm gonna drop this in your chat. Now, I'm not doing this to make you read anything, and I will tell you now, it's several entries over several pages. Again, there are gaps in there. You feel free to read this, and you can include your friends in as much or as little as you want.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll sit and read through it while they do their thing.
That's hot.
Okay. It's telling me it's too many characters. Here, do me a favor, open that up. I want to make sure I didn't. Okay. I want to make sure this isn't literally my entire design document. It should just be the part that I highlighted.
Yep, seems to be an excerpt from a journal. Okay.
Okay, good. Not like the beginning of it doesn't say Heirs of Trivester campaign guide.
Correct.
Good. Here's the game, guys. Okay, I'm going to bed. You guys run it without me. All right. So
suddenly Mike goes, it says here we're supposed to fight a sandwich. I think Brian was high.
Well,
so just to make sure, the selection ends with the word arrive.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll read over this.
All right. So tell you what, he's taken a minute to do that. You guys are wandering around the room, and Angel, you notice over in one corner some bread over in the eating area, but it looks like it's old, and by old I mean like you can't tell. You can only barely tell that it used to be bread many ages ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Based on what I rolled, I'm busy just sort of staring at the fire.
You are trying not to. You are trying not to trip over your own feet in the darkness.
Oh Lord. All right, tell you what. I'm going to reach out with my spiritual awareness to see if there's anything here we need to be aware of.
That is perfectly fair. So your spiritual awareness, you've got a value of 2. All right. So for this area, go and roll a d10 for me.
10. That's the one shaped like this. Oh, no. Well, that's on the ground. Oh, here's the one with the 10s. Okay, we'll just roll that. It is a 7.
All right, 7 with your 2. You did not detect any really any consciousness, any dark energy, any other than Karim in the area, and he clearly he doesn't owe you any ill will. In the area, you, however, peering out from yourself, pushing yourself to the limit like you are, you feel a great sense of unease outside of the building. It is not hostile, but it seems it's coming from more than one source, and seems to be nervousness, anxiety, and bordering on panic.
Well, that matches up with the vibe we were getting from the I don't want to say townsfolk because it's not exactly a town, but or is it? Was it a town? That's a question
was
for you.
described as a town.
Yeah, that's a question for you, Brian, because I don't actually remember.
Well, I didn't know if we were like discussing, what makes a town or a village. It takes a village. Yeah, this is a settlement. There are buildings, and the people do come together to trade goods and services. As you may recall, people don't like to leave because basically, unlike other populations where they were kind of planned that way and have certain functions, this seems to be almost like a survival. People that barely make it through the deep green find themselves here, and so nobody's like, yeah, I want to go out into killer woods again. So, but yeah, it's buildings. They've got a society. It's a town, a village. It's not a city.
Okay. Well, then I will convey that to these two and tell them that goes along with the feeling that we got from talking to people out there, that they're all some level of from like nervous to terrified about all of this stuff going on with Gander. So it's good that I don't feel anything in here that might be wanting to kill us. And then I elbow Alaric and sort of point a finger over at Karim.
Oh, haha. Well, at least we can tell the people that Gander's gone now. Maybe that'll help them feel better.
Hopefully. Hopefully he didn't serve some sort of greater purpose, like he was a lesser of two evils or something.
Yeah, from what I'm reading here, it seems like he just wanted a place to himself to study, and he turned himself into a vampire so he'd have an unlimited amount of time to work.
But
that's the impression I get, at least.
Like you do.
Yeah. Donathir was working on some kind of planar portal, and Gander was focused on his studies about the nature of magic. There should be some cloaks around here that it says Eichelnir made that should protect me from the sunlight.
Well, are you serious? Are there actually Holocaust cloaks around here?
As it seems to say.
Who knew Gander had seen the Princess Bride?
Yeah. But yeah, something happened. Donathir died, and it looks like Gander got bound here to his workshop in Aosk.
Huh.
I have a question. Do we still have that scrap of paper we found that looked like it was written in your handwriting, Angel?
I'm sure it's in somebody's pack or something, right?
Somebody has it, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't knowingly get rid of it, so.
Yeah, can
Let's
someone
say the
dig that
angels
out?
got it.
Yeah, can someone dig that out and let me see it?
Yeah, hang on.
All right, what does it say?
Here you go.
All right.
Do you need me to remind you exactly what it says for the wording, or
Yes, please.
okay? So that's in a different section.
Seer is coming along well. She will be ready to assist you soon.
Yes, and
Okay.
the signature has been removed or isn't there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see there's something in here similar like that. There's a reference to someone, and the name is all smudged out. Someone who was training Seer to be um an assistant for Donathier. But the name's smudged out, and Gander makes a reference in a later journal entry that he can't remember who that person was anymore. But there's a little note with a pair of wings.
Huh. So it could be that I was. Huh.
Yeah, and somehow everyone forgot about you, including you.
I mean, how could you ever forget me? Look at me.
Oh,
You know
right.
what's
Thank you,
really
Brian.
funny
Just
is
remembered. Brian just reminded me of something important that I forgot from the last episode. Gander was also telling me that I had to kill Seer when we found them.
did he say why?
I don't recall. He seemed pretty. It seemed pretty important, at least important to him. I don't know if that's just him wanting revenge or if Seer is actually bad news.
I hate it when this happens. You know
I
what's
guess if
really
Seer was
funny?
working with, yeah, it must have been revenge. If Seer was working with Donathier and Donathier got killed, it must be something like that.
Have we determined that Donathier was dead? I forgot.
Well, the journal says so.
I mean, did we know that already?
That's what we've been told.
Okay, that's what we've been told.
Just because we have a long time between these episodes, I don't recall anyone specifically stating that he had died. Eichel referenced that she wasn't sure what he'd been up to. When Karim was confronting Gander, Gander said, Donathier's dead. I know he's dead.
Okay.
Well, that's going to make looking for him kind of a pain.
Well, I think that other tower was Donathier's research laboratory. And if he was working on a planar portal over there, at least we can find the remains of his research, and maybe we can figure something out.
Yeah, once we get past the big ass phytohydra.
Good on you for remembering that. I mean, oh darn.
Definitely remember that. I'm also seeing in my notes here that when we were talking to Shurak, you remember Shurak?
Yeah, the moonfolk guy I completely, botched describing to you guys, and you're like, that's not what moonfolk look like. But yeah. Do you remember his temperament?
No.
He was crazy.
Right. But in my notes here, I see someone else that knew Donathier who seems to have fallen out of Shurak's memory. I wonder if that was me too.
I've never heard of a spell like that. But if I had, I might have been made to forget it.
Ooh.
I see what you did there. Huh. But okay. Wait, I was gonna make a point about something and then I got sidetracked. The fight of Hydra. Oh yeah, Donathir being dead. Okay. So if Donathir is dead, that changes things. Because this whole time we've been looking for him. But if he's dead, and Seer was working with... Who is Seer? Who am I? What is going on? You know, it's really funny. I just watched the first 3 Bourne movies a few days ago. So like this hurts more now. Cuz as far as I know, I've never been here for as long as I can remember, which from what I could tell feels like a fairly long time.
Yeah, I feel like someone like you is fairly long-lived, too.
Well, yeah. But, like, I was just reviewing my backstory here that no one knows. But I don't know how long I haven't had a memory. Like, I apparently... It was a long time ago? Where is my chat with Brian? Brian, send me a message. I can't... Oh, there you are. But, like, it's disconcerting finding out that I not only might have been here before, but might have been a large part of what was going on. And it's one thing that I don't remember, but it's something else entirely that no one else seems to remember me either.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, as far as I know, my memory goes back at least half the lifetime of one of you humans. So it's been a while.
Yeah, we still don't know whether whatever happened was an accident or on purpose. I mean, I know I've heard of weird time-space continuum glitches in other places. Some of them accidents, some of them caused by magic.
Everybody roll a d20.
It worries me when the GM says that.
13.
Means I'm tired of listening to you. Let's make something
No,
happen.
no, no.
14.
17.
Karim and Alaric don't notice anything in particular. The angel, perhaps because you were, although you ended your spiritual awareness, you had some sense of the people outside. You sense a shifting in the mood. You feel like the panic outside is increasing.
Hey guys.
What?
Mm-hmm.
People outside seem to be getting more nervous.
Uh-oh. Think that means there's danger outside, or you think they're worried because they haven't seen Gander in a while and they think he's up to something?
What happened to the person you saved from Gander?
Oh, I don't know. I was out after Gander got killed. I guess she ran off. I didn't see her she wasn't here when you guys showed up, right?
I don't think we didn't see anybody, did we? I think we just got here and found this weird black void, right?
You haven't seen anybody in the building since you came inside. You saw some empty suits of armor.
So either that person ran out and spread the word about something, or what you said, or something else is happening outside.
We need to find some cloak for Karim.
Yeah, I'm gonna start rifling through the wardrobe or whatever you said was nearby to try to find a cloak.
Okay, you open the top drawer of the wardrobe, and you see two cloaks that look identical to the one that he was wearing when you murderized him.
Okay, great. I'll take both.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Do you put one on, just so we're clear?
Yes.
Okay. I figured. What's the angel gonna do? You said.
I'm gonna head downstairs and try to peek outside without being seen, since the door, I assume, is still partially open.
It is.
And like
I'm also going to go downstairs because I'm fumbling around upstairs.
Try to peek around and see if I can see like a mob forming outside or something.
All right. So is who's going downstairs first?
I will.
Sounds
Okay.
like yeah.
All right. So as Karim is putting on his nice new cloak and folding up the other one to take with him, Angel heads downstairs, followed by Alaric. Angel, as you are coming down the stairs, you hear the door open wider, and then a moment later, a young lady runs through the door, panting, out of breath. And as soon as she sees you, she lets out a muffled scream and then seems to start to compose herself. Roll a d20 for me, Angel.
Okay. Is this a person we've seen before?
You don't recognize her.
Okay. I got... What does that say? A 4. Awesome.
A 4. Okay. There's no torchlight down here. She's now entered the dark part of the room. You can't really make out a whole lot about her. As she stepped through, her facial features did not strike you as someone that you would come into contact with.
Okay.
She looks around the room wildly, and then she asks you, "Is he here? Is he alive?"
Who?
Do I recognize this person?
Haha! As you come down the stairs, you recognize her. This is Alana.
Oh, Alana, you're okay.
When she sees Karim, who is, starting down the stairs and is making his way down, she doesn't immediately notice any change in him. And she lets out a humongous sigh and she says, "Oh, Alaric." That's the wrong name. Oh, Karim. Karim.
Oh, hi, Mark.
It's not true. You didn't hit me. Karim, I'm so glad you're alive. I was afraid that Gander had done something to kill you. When I ran out of here, it looked like you were being pulled into something, and I was afraid you were dying.
Yeah, well, I am okay. I'm still alive. Thankfully, these are my friends. They came here and they were able to help me.
She starts to notice the cloak that you're wearing, but then she kind of shrugs it off. She's like, "I have something important to tell you. There's a gigantic beast approaching the village."
Of course there is.
All right. Beasts we can deal with. What kind of beast?
She says, "This is a giant wolf. It leads a pack of wolves. Gander would keep them away whenever they would try to enter."
Do you remember? I just got done saying I hope he wasn't the lesser of two evils or something.
Are you saying this to the other people?
Yeah.
Okay, because Alana looks at you and she says, "We all lived in fear of Gander. In fact, I owe my life to Karim for getting rid of him. But there are some that will not take kindly to his passing. None of us want to re-enter the deep green. And on the few instances where beasts would dare to enter, Gander would drive them back. This is a pack that has hounded us. She doesn't get puns for some time now. We have not seen the leader of this pack in some time, but it does appear that she is coming with the rest of her pack this time. They are nearly at the entrance to the village. She looks down. I have to confess, after what happened with Karim last night, I ran into the woods. I just wasn't thinking, and I'm afraid that I may have inadvertently led the wolves back here. It's all my fault.
Well, if they already knew the village was here, don't worry about that. They were going to keep trying to attack you regardless.
Yeah, eventually they were gonna have another attempt and find that Gander didn't run them off. So,
You start to hear more sounds from outside. You hear people starting to yell at each other. You hear at least one person yell to another to start taking down the market shops, the market stands that are outside. The tone outside seems to get more frantic.
well, I guess we should probably go help, huh?
Yeah, let's go. Yep.
Okay.
All right. What was your name again?
My name, Alana. My name is
Alana.
Alana. Yes.
Okay, Alana. Which direction are they coming from?
She thinks for a moment. And she says, I believe they're coming from directly south of here.
Okay. Hey, Mr. GM.
Yes.
I want to try something with my spicy new manifest white power.
Okay.
Oh, God, don't say that sentence out loud.
It took me a minute. Okay.
I didn't
All
realize
right.
it till it came out of my mouth. I went, oh God, I want to do something with my new manifest white ability.
Okay. All right.
I want to put you. So it's healing, protection, or light, right?
Correct.
So would it be possible for me to put a wall of light between the wolves and people?
A wall of. So you want to literally condense the light.
Yeah, it's sort of. It's a combination of protection and light, sort of.
Okay.
Like a Green Lantern ring, but not quite. Like it doesn't even have to be solid. I just want the wolves to be like, whoa, and it'll give us time to get people to safety and get something figured out while because they're dumb animals. I assume they're dumb animals anyway.
Well, the light aspect, I can kind of see that, but absolutely the other aspect here being protection, the fact that you're drawing on both of those, yeah, we can give it a shot. That is allowable. Okay?
Hell yeah.
You have to, like all spells, you really need to see the area that you're casting this. So right now you're still in the building, but as far as you asked me that question, yeah, sure.
Because the plan is to run outside and head up into the air and get an idea of where everything is, and then drop it between the wolves and, if they're in the village yet, if they're not in the village yet, between the wolves and the village, and if they are, then between the wolves and the people.
You are casting a Tassadar force wall or whatever it is. I haven't played Heroes in a while, so okay.
Yeah. That's one of his standard abilities now.
It is. It's not a heroic. I have not played Heroes.
Yeah, he got a major over. He's not a support anymore. He's a ranged assassin. Anyway.
Okay. So, all right.
So I turn around, I explain to them what my plan is. I say, you guys get everyone to safety that's still in harm's way, and then we'll figure out what to do from there.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Awesome. And I guess Alana?
Yes.
Okay. Since you know these people, then they'll listen to you, in theory. So let's go help.
Okay. So you want Alana to go kind of like tell the townspeople these people are going to try to help us out. Let's kind of get out of the way, kind of like try and get them to move out of the southern quadrant.
Yeah, I
and
want all three of them to
Evacuate.
go towards the danger to get everyone else away from the danger. And when everyone's clear, I'm going to drop this wall.
Gotcha. So she's not necessarily going around the marketplace. She's heading in the path of the wolves to try and get those that are there out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I knew what you... Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
the idea is to clear out all of the innocent bystanders so then we can throw down.
All right. Are you just... Okay, we'll get to that. Okay, all right. I got it. So, you guys leave the building. Karim,
Yes.
as you step out into the sunlight, first of all, you notice that it's well past noon at this point. You guys have spent the majority of the day in the building, and the sun is on a downward track. You don't take any damage. You don't feel like you can run a marathon, though. You don't feel awesome. You don't hurt.
Just kind of crummy.
But you feel kind of crummy. Yeah. Okay. So, Angel, you're going to take up into the air while the other three are running in a southerly direction. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d10 for me. Angel.
10. 5.
5. Okay. Since nobody else is doing anything extraordinary, you don't need to roll anything. Remember that the houses are kind of set out in semicircles, expanding out from the central building. You're heading south on a road. Angel, you launch yourself into the air. You can see just fine. And the nearest houses, the furthest houses, to the south end with a good, I want to say, half a football field, so 50 yards from the beginning of the tree line. As always with the deep green, it's really hard to perceive anything beyond there, but with your keen eyesight, you can detect some movement heading toward the village. You estimate you've probably got about 5 minutes, but you could be wrong, before whatever's in there reaches the edge of town. There's no fortification here. There's no walls. So once they bust through, it's,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll yell down. It looks like we've got 5 minutes max. Get those people out of here.
Okay.
And I'm going to start, since we're not in combat yet, I'll start drawing up any mana I might need for this.
Okay. That's fine. You have 4 plains, Emblatir, a grove of the burn willows, and 2 jungles.
Yeah.
Hey, Kareem.
Yes.
You should add Aosk to your mana sources.
Okay. I don't have any free spaces left.
Yeah, just write it underneath.
I don't. With the way I set up the form fields, I don't have space I can type in.
I'll add it here.
I gotta figure it out.
Okay. You feel immediately that you've got this connection, whether you necessarily gained it from Gander or what. You're not entirely sure exactly what it means yet. So you just you feel the connection to it. Okay. There are a couple people not milling around, but they're kind of just trying to figure out what to do. Alana goes to them, tells them to evacuate to houses in the northern quadrant. Then once she's gotten people to do that, she turns to Karim, and at first she's startled because she now sees him in the light of day. She kind of composes herself, maybe from, I guess, being around Gander most of her life, and said, "I'm so sorry, I didn't realize that happened to you."
Yeah, I didn't know until my friends woke me up and found me.
She looks down again. You get the sense that she feels like she blames herself for pretty much everything that's happened in the last 24 hours. Then she looks up and asks if there's anything else she should be doing to help.
Just, you know this town way better than any of us. You know the safe places to go. Just make sure people are moving in the right direction.
Okay.
Ooh. I'm assuming they can still hear me. I'm going to yell down, "Does anybody have any weapons?"
Yell down. One or two people, let's say two people, poke their heads out of their doors, and they say, "We have some modest weapons, but nothing that will, nothing superb. We don't have anything really to hold up to a prolonged siege. We kind of counted on Gander for most of the heavy lifting."
Okay, just checking. If anyone had like a bow and arrow, I would get them to post up somewhere. But if not, that's fine. We'll take care of it.
A bow and arrow specifically. Upon hearing your question, a third gentleman, long hair, pokes his head out of his door, and he says, "Hi, I'm a hunter. I will occasionally skirt the woods. I have a bow and arrow. I have a bow and several arrows, I should say." He's not just heft the one.
All right. Well, do you feel like shooting some wolves? Because we could use all the help we can get. Because you did say that it's the big one and the pack, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all for conscripting help when necessary.
So you're asking him to help you to stand in the way of these wolves. Are you using any particular skill? Or are you just asking him straight up?
No. I'm not trying to con anyone or charm anyone or bluff anyone. I'm just
You're
wondering
not-
if anyone wants to join in to help in their own survival.
How honest of you. Okay, roll a d20. Let's see what he says.
Roll a d20. I got a 12.
He looks over his shoulder. He seems to be discussing something with someone. Then he apparently yells for his equipment. The door closes, and about 30 seconds later, he steps out. He says, "Hello, I am Orem. I will help you repel the wolves."
Orem, but not that Orem, right? This is an entirely different Orem.
Is there an Orem I'm supposed to be referencing?
Well, the guy with the chant, isn't that Orem?
Orem, lady.
Oh, is that a lady?
Mm-hmm.
I only know the name from that one card, so...
This gentleman is a resident of Trivester.
Okay.
Has no relation to them. His name happens to be Orem. You know how there's more than one Steve? There's just more than one Orem.
Gotcha.
He has a bow, and he has about 20 arrows in a quiver.
All right. Well, Orem, thank you so much. If you've got a safe place with some elevation you can get to cover our backs, because these things are going to break through any minute.
Yeah. And you can now hear the noticeable sound of feet moving through the undergrowth. You've probably got less than 60 seconds left. He looks around. Orem looks around and then starts to scale the side of his building. The land around here is pretty much perfectly flat, so the only elevation is the buildings themselves.
That is pretty much what I meant, so yeah.
Okay, so right now, I have the buildings And then, am I correct that Orem is taking up position on one of those buildings? The angels in the air. Karim and Alaric, are you guys still in the town proper, or are you between the town and the woods?
Um,
I would assume they're still in the town since.
I guess I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's fine. I'm just trying to draw this up here. So, okay.
Excuse me.
All right.
Sorry, Alaric, you spawned on top of a wolf.
I knew it was going to
Nom,
happen.
nom, nom, nom.
Ron's like,
Okay.
I told you I was coming for you tonight, Derek.
All right. You have a couple seconds left.
All right, when I shout down, be prepared. When the first wolf breaks through, I'm dropping this. I'm gonna try to drop this wall and see if this works.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Got
You guys draw your weapons.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Everybody roll a d20.
20.
Nice.
Really?
Really?
I got a 4.
Yeah, mine was a bad roll.
Well, what was yours?
7.
Okay, I didn't hear yours. I thought I had a bad one. I'm like, how bad is it? So 4, 7, and natural 20.
Thank
Okay.
goodness one of us doesn't suck.
Okay, something I should have mentioned to Mike a little while as well. You also you feel a little cruddy. It should also be worth noting that you can see about half the distance you normally can. Yeah, but starting to get a little better as the sun's going down. So, okay.
Oh, because it's like when you
It's
first
too
step out
bright.
into the sun, but constant. Is that
A
sort of
little
what he's
bit.
dealing
Yes,
with?
yes. It took me a second to parse. Yes, yeah, basically.
Mhm.
Oh,
Like
that's
that
brutal.
sensation, but it's definitely getting better.
Yeah. So
all
when
right.
so when the angel drops that wall, my head's gonna explode. Wonderful. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so
Don't just turn your head, you wuss.
Oh yes.
first wolf breaks through the tree line. Things you automatically notice about it, especially Alaric, who has a clear line of sight on it and is not encumbered by, lack of vision.
Vampirism.
Yes. Appears to be almost their fur is alternating between gray, rust colored. Looks to be larger than your average wolf. And you've seen wolves. This is not the size of a werewolf, mind you. But it's probably bigger than a Saint Bernard.
Jesus.
Talking like a dire wolf.
That may be fairly accurate, and it moves very quickly for its size. And its claws seem longer than usual, in that you can tell they're already out, running through the forest at a great speed. So, Kareem, even though you have a hard time seeing this thing, you can feel its movement through the soil. You can almost like daredevil it a little bit.
Mhm.
I love that you just used that as a verb, but we all were like, yep.
As soon as this thing breaks through, you turn your gaze on it, and it starts to slow its pace a little bit. So, tell me what you guys want to do. You said you wanted to do stuff at the minute one broke through. One has broken through. It's starting to come, and then all of a sudden, it starts slowing down. As soon as Mike has fixed it, as soon as Kareem has fixed it, gone eye to eye with it. Even with it being a little blurry to him. Almost like maybe it recognizes him a bit, and it's like, oh. So, everybody describe to me what you want to do.
All right, I'm gonna yell, I'm gonna drop it, and wait for a okay or something. Wait for a positive reinforcement.
Okay. So you're gonna yell, I'm gonna drop it, and you're gonna wait for a response.
Mhm.
Mike, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to draw mana from Aosk and see what happens and yell, ready?
Okay.
Got my bow
And
knocked and everything.
you've got a bow knocked. What kind of arrow?
Arrow. Let's see. I'm gonna go with an iron arrow first.
Okay.
With depending on how bad things get, I'm gonna get my pure fire arrows ready.
Okay. All right. You've got an iron arrow knocked. Are you loosing it or are you holding on just for a second?
I'm gonna hold on for a second.
Okay. All right. So that's exactly what happens. Nobody has to roll anything at this minute. The angel says, I'm gonna drop it. Let me know when you're ready. Karim says, we're ready, and draws from Aosk. You now have 2 black mana in your mana pool. Sorry,
Mhm.
that's not a thing anymore, but you now have 2 black mana. And this
It's a
mana,
thing. It's just not written on the card.
you haven't had a whole lot of looking at your sources, you don't really have a whole lot of experience with black mana, so this
Oh.
feels unfamiliar to you, but there's also something almost, how do I want to say this? It's alien to you and yet still somewhat comforting, and you're not sure why. And Alaric stands ready with his arrow. Chewie, because you wanted to do this the minute you said go, you explain to me what you want this to look like exactly, and what you want to do, and then we'll see if it works.
Okay, so the goal is to drop a very long wall of light between the wolves and the village.
Okay.
If I can make it solid, then that's awesome, so that they'll bounce off of it. But either way, it's to slow them down,
Okay.
to make it at least cause them all to check up and be like, "The hell is this?" or something.
Are
I'm
you-
not, because I don't know. Both me and the angel, we don't know what I can do with Manifest White yet.
Right.
I have the idea to drop preferably a solid light wall that's very long in front of them, to either stop them or to at least make them slow down and reassess.
Okay. That's absolutely fine. Are you dropping it on top of the wolf that's there, or are you kind of putting it between, because he's now broken free of the tree line, are you putting it between him and the tree line so that he's like kind of stuck on his own, or are you putting it in his path?
No, it's going to be in front of him, like right at the edge of the village, pretty much, so that he has to check up and stop.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's going to be basically right in front of the other 2 then, because they're still on the street leaving town. So, okay, let's do this. How much mana do you want to? We've already said you've been drawing some mana. Tell me how much you want to put into this.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think about that.
Because it is an X spell.
Yeah, it's,
So.
it's X and a Y. Well, the reason it says that it's X is to tell you what I want, and then you'll tell me what it costs. So I didn't put any thought into it.
Well, what I'm saying is, especially because this draws on both light and protection, I think you can do it. So now we're talking scale as well as chance of success. So,
okay, so let's say while I was up, what does Grove of the Burn Willows do again?
just makes a green or a red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was just flavorful because you guys literally set a tree on fire. So,
Right?
yep. While it was attacking you.
Okay, so let's say I know I pulled my white from tier, so I get the toughness boost.
Yep. I figured.
And let's say I grabbed like another 2 planes and the reflecting pool. I mean Embla.
Okay. Yep.
So what is that? 3 and
That's
a white?
3. Yeah, 3 and a white.
Is that? I mean, that's 4,
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only have 9 mana, so that's almost half of the mana I have available to me.
Okay. All right. So you're going to spend 1 white and 3, and you're going to make a wall of light that is supposed to be solid light, as well as, you know, a shield, as well as not just to blind them, but to repel them, right? So
Right.
you're creating a physical object. Okay.
That
All right.
is
For
the plan.
that, all right. I want you to roll a d20.
1d20. Come on, hang on. Let me do this better than that 4 I rolled a second ago. Jesus. It is a 13. Sorry, a 12.
Okay. It's a 12. All right. Let me see here. Okay. All right. So you form the picture of the wall in your mind. You reach out. You spend your mana. And when you open your eyes, there is essentially a wall of light covering about 30 feet. It's about maybe a foot deep, and it goes across the main, like it's in front of the southernmost houses, and it's a good little ways away. Mike, roll a d20.
All right.
Nice.
10.
Okay. You don't take any damage, but you have to look away. You cannot look in the direction of the wall. So the wolf has almost a spasmic motion where as soon as this wall drops in front of him and comes into being, he starts to slow down even more. But the minute that Karim breaks his gaze to look away, it almost involuntarily shoots itself forward, and it collides with the wall and
Nice.
bounces off. It lays crumpled on the ground. While you're all taking this in, another 3 wolves break through the tree line, go about 5 feet, and start to slow and eventually stop when they see the glowing wall of light.
Hey guys, it worked.
Awesome.
So Karim is looking away.
Oh, you all right?
I think so. I just can't look at it.
Oh,
Alaric and the angel, you now have 3 wolves that are out of the woods and are now kind of staring at this wall of light. Do you want to do anything?
honestly, I didn't plan that far ahead. The one that hit the wall, is it moving? That I can see?
It does not appear to be moving.
Okay. Well, okay, here's the plan. Tell me what you guys think. I can if you guys can all get ready, I can either drop the wall and we can fire and try to take them out, or I can do something else.
Well, let me ask: and this goes to Brian? Are the civilians out of the way?
The civilians are out of the way. The only people now within at least 40 feet, if not more, the only people you can see are the 3 of you, Alana, and Oram.
Oh, Alana's still here. Okay.
She's hanging back a little ways. So, that answers your question, Dirk?
So we're free to to attack if we want to.
I mean,
Sure.
there's a wall of light in the way at the moment.
Well, yeah.
But like I said, if you want, you can take aim and I can drop it, and we can all do what we do.
Yeah, we have the element of surprise. Let's go for it.
All right.
Right.
So I will draw my sword, and I'm still up in the air. So I will.
Correct.
And we'll yell down, Orem, you ready?
Orem replies, I'm ready.
All right. I'm going to drop the wall. Wait, Al, you ready?
I am.
All right. I'm going to drop the wall in 3, 2, 1, and the wall is gone. And we see
Okay.
3 wolves just sitting there, right?
You see 3 wolves just sitting there watching you. Okay, so describe to me what each one of you wants to do.
I'm going to shoot the middle wolf. The middle of the 3 wolves.
The middle of the 3 wolves. Okay, you want to shoot the middle of the 3 wolves with an iron arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mike, you no longer have the wall of light there. What do you want to do?
I'm going to fix my gaze on the wolf nearest to me again, and
The one on the ground.
oh no,
Okay, so one of the other ones. All right.
yeah, one of the other one.
I mean, you can stare at a wolf on the ground all you want.
Yeah. It's a free country.
Okay, you want to fix one of the wolves, the wolf that is technically closest to you, with your gaze. Okay,
Yes.
And Angel.
Well, wait a minute.
What?
Is that like my whole turn?
Do you want to
You
do
didn't
something
let me
else?
finish. Yes.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Fix him with your gaze, and
And I'm going to draw mana from. Gonna draw mana from a mountain,
okay.
and then I'm going to manifest red, where X equals 2, to hasten the movement of Orem.
Ah,
Oh, nice.
okay. All right. All right. Great. Okay, so I have Alaric. I have Karim. Angel, you're dropping the shield. Are you doing anything else? Simply ceasing to cast an enchantment isn't a whole turn in and of itself. So
I'm gonna move down some, but I don't want to be in the way of arrow fire. So,
okay. So
I'm just gonna.
You drop the shield and you start gliding down, but not to get in the way of Alaric.
Correct. Yeah. Once arrows
unless
have flown, I will reassess.
Okay. All right. I want Dirk to roll a D10. Mike, you're doing Manifest Red for 2 to hasten the movement of Orem.
Mhm.
I want Mike to roll. I want Mike to roll percentage.
All right, percentage.
What does that mean?
2d10s. One of them is the 10 digit. The other is
Oh, gotcha.
All right. So Dirk, what you got?
I got a 9.
Got a 9 out of 10.
Damn.
76.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, Alaric takes aim and fires an iron arrow at the middle wolf. As the wall of light comes down, these wolves start to get up again. As you are watching that arrow travel, Karim fixes his eyes upon one of those wolves. That wolf halts in motion, and as Karim, maintains eye contact with that wolf, he says an incantation, and with his free hands, because he's keeping his eyes pointing forward. I'm gesturing like you can see me. He's moving his hands in the direction of Orem. As you watch, one arrow streaks in the direction of a wolf other than the one that Alaric was aiming at, and actually reaches its target first. Then Alaric's arrow hits the middle wolf, and a millisecond later, a third arrow hits the third wolf.
Do you even physics, bro?
Awesome.
All three wolves crumple to the ground, dead.
Nice.
Angel, from higher up, you notice that the first wolf that had struck the wall seems to be getting ready to stand up again. Apparently it was stunned, not killed.
That makes sense.
And Chewie, roll a d20 for me.
D20 for you. I have one of those right here. 17.
17. You're also able to tell, since you're higher up, you can tell that several more wolves are also coming and are about, you have a couple seconds before they're going to break through. You're able to see the movement in the undergrowth. You have just enough time that if you warn the others, everybody can take a quick action.
All right.
You can't tell how many, but it's more than 3.
All right. I'm going to start heading in the direction of the formerly unconscious wolf. And
Okay.
as I'm doing that, I turn and shout, "We got more coming!"
Okay. All right, so everybody's prepared. You're heading in the direction. So you're going to reach it before it's fully up and ready to run again. What do you want to do to it? Adopt it, or...
I was going to give it pets. No, I was going to stab it with my sword.
And this is your new sword. I don't know that you've had a whole lot of occasion to use your new sword.
I don't think I have.
I don't think you have.
It's an Ethereum-laced longsword. And I've
It
got a
is.
crystalline gauntlet that does something.
It does do something. Okay.
It says it augments my magic somehow, is what I've written down. So
Yes, it does. Okay. All right.
it's
So
probably
you wanna,
why that wall works so well.
It actually was a non-zero factor. All right. So if you're using your longsword, I want you to roll a d20 for me and tell me what the result of that is on the wolf.
It's a 4.
It's a... Well, magic can't do everything. Okay. So as you're coming down, you bring your longsword over your head, but as you bring it down in a chopping motion, the wolf has just enough sense that it's able to leap backward out of the way. You're still hovering over the ground a little bit, though you're much closer than you were. And as you're there, you see another 6 wolves come through the tree line, and they don't break stride. They start immediately running toward you. You could tell they were coming, though, so you have a second to get ready. Chewie, roll a d20.
Yep. It's the same 4. It's literally the same 4.
Your attention being a bit distracted by the wolves in front of you, the wolf that you had attempted to slice, having jumped back a bit, you didn't realize that it was basically still in a hunching position and has suddenly struck forward and latches itself onto your leg. You take 1 point of damage.
Ow.
You are able to shake it off and start to glide a little higher, but you have 6 wolves coming in. I want everybody to tell me what they want to do.
Right. I'm going to call mana from a mountain and start running over to help the angel.
Okay. Not a problem. You also notice that you're able to see better minute by minute. Everybody else is starting to have a harder time seeing because the sun is just about down. So, okay, you're drawing on a mountain and you're running to the angel. Did you say the angel?
Yes.
Okay. All right. There's not a wall in your way or anything like that. Alaric, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna knock my last iron arrow,
Okay.
and he's gonna help. I'm gonna shoot at one of the 6 wolves.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
4.
4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you draw and you shoot. The wolf, perhaps anticipating this, seeing you there, is able to jump to the side. However, another 2 wolves are taken down by Orem. They are the 2 on the leftmost side, the left flank as they are approaching you. So those 2 are down and not moving. There are 4 more wolves racing toward you, and they seem to be zeroing in on the angel's position. At least the rightmost one looks like he might be starting to try to run an intercept position with Karim, since Karim is running toward the angel. But he's still far away enough, and these wolves don't seem to be casting spells, that none of them are close enough to attack you yet. So everybody tell me what you're gonna do.
I mean, I'm still in the air, so
You're still in the air. Yeah.
I'm gonna head up and toward Karim.
Okay. So you want to meet Karim on the way.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're staying in the air, like above wolf height. Is that right?
Yeah, that is
Okay.
That is the plan.
Okay. As a reminder, there are 5 wolves, including the one that Chewie failed to kill, because he failed. Kareem, what are you
I'm
gonna
the
do?
worst.
So I'm not close. Am I close enough yet to engage?
You are too far away to attack one with a melee weapon at the beginning of your turn. If you want to finish closing the distance and then attack, that's fine.
Yes.
You can perceive them now if you wanted to, like, cast a spell like burn or act of treason or something like that. You can see one now, especially the one that took a bite out of Chewie. You can see that one. Okay, so what do you want to do?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna run up to one. Well, I'm gonna call mana from another mountain. I'm gonna run up to one and attack it with my sword.
Okay, so you're gonna call for mana and attack one with your sword, which is a nice glowy sword. So, okay, and Dirk, you lost your last iron arrow. It's now sticking out of the ground. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna draw a silver arrow.
You're gonna draw a silver arrow and shoot it at a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not just for looks. All right. Okay, so you roll a d10. Angel isn't attacking. That's fine. And then Kareem, you're using your sword. So
sword from Michael Near.
right. So if you would roll a d10 as well, please.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. So Alaric draws a silver arrow, fires it, aims a little better this time. Wolf starts to pivot, but it catches them in the flank, and that wolf slows down. It's not dead, but its movement is clearly hampered. Orem takes out the one next to it, but misses with another shot, and then and seems to actually be like, you can actually perceive Orem's movements now. He's no longer moving at actual light speed. And then Kareem, meets up with the angel just as the wolf that took a bite out of the angel is preparing to lunge again and manages to decapitate it straight up. Just head right off, like something out of Game of Thrones or something like that. Ref somewhere is going, it's good, and holding up their hands. So, okay.
It was like Jake Paul and the guy that he knocked out. Apparently. Okay. Topical.
So there's now 3 wolves remaining. Mike, roll a d20.
Okay. 11.
Okay. All 3 wolves are now converging on Karim. One of them puts on a sudden burst of speed and plows into Karim before he can get defenses up. He doesn't take any damage, but he's knocked to the side. The wolf, perhaps finding Karim to be a bit sturdier than he was expecting, instead of jumping on him to finish the job, is bounced away about a foot and seems to gather itself before it can pounce again. The other 2 wolves are only about 10 feet away, tops.
Okay, well, since I'm still nearby in the air, I'm going to try to come down and stab that one.
Stab that one. Okay. Oh, and I should mention, of course, one of the other ones has an arrow in its flank, so it's well behind its brethren. You want to stab the one that just tried to eat Karim.
Yeah, the one that just knocked over Karim.
Okay. Roll
before
a d20.
It can shake its cobwebs out and jump on it.
Yeah. You roll a d20 while he's doing that.
16.
Dirk, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna do exploit weakness and take out the wolf eye hit with a silver arrow.
Okay, so you draw another silver arrow, and because this one is wounded, you want to use your exploit weakness. All right, roll a d10 for me.
Nice.
4.
Okay, with your exploit weakness. And you rolled a 16.
I rolled a 16.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's how this works. All right. Karim, bit dazed. He's still feeling not great. There's still enough sunlight that he's like, not feeling awesome. Not wounded. The wolf that attacked you is so focused on you, it does not realize the angel is there until the angel brings her broadsword down on his back, and he immediately goes limp. Meanwhile, Alaric manages to shoot the same wolf that he'd gotten before. It once again, it doesn't strike the head, it strikes somewhere just short of the heart. But it looks like it's bleeding out pretty badly, and so it collapses to the ground. The third wolf jumps toward the angel and is taken down by Orem. Master shot, just in the air, just hit in the throat, and it goes down.
Holy crap.
Nice.
Orem gets the MVP award.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn and wave at Orem.
Angel, roll a d20.
To wave? Okay. I rolled an 11.
You don't wave.
Bad at this game.
The sun has now just dipped below the tree line. Karim, roll a d20.
Okay. 12.
Karim, you look toward the woods. and you can feel something else approaching. It feels more massive than the last few wolves, and it feels like it will be there within the next 60 seconds or so.
And we've dealt with the other wolves around us.
None of the wolves around you are alive.
Okay. All right. I think the pack leader is approaching. I sense something out there.
All right. Did she say this was a giant wolf? Is that what she said?
With the way things are around here, let's just assume it is.
Okay. Huh. I got nothing. Other than, stand and fight.
All right, you don't want to concoct a plan. None of you want to be surprised. You're kind of clued into what's going on.
I mean, I could try something silly that I've been thinking about.
I love silly.
I've got intimidation.
Okay.
So I could try to spread my wings and roar at it and stagger it long enough for our marksman to take some shots.
Okay. So you want to try to intimidate the wolf pack leader.
Yeah, have some light around me to really make me terrifying.
Okay.
Can draw upon manifest green and cast growth on the angel as well.
Oh, so we're doing a team attack kind of thing here.
Oh, snap.
All right. You know what? I love it. I absolutely love it. And you want to give yourself a bit of a glow, is that right?
Yeah.
And the light is now, the sun is down, so you'd stand out pretty well.
Yeah, not enough light to blind Karim or hurt him or anything, but I do just want to stand out from the background.
Gotcha. Okay, and you want to use intimidation for this.
Yeah.
Okay. Quick question, because this thing is almost upon you. Do you want to wait until you see the whites of its eyes, or do you want it to come out and you're all huge and glowy and ready to go?
That is exactly what I was thinking.
Okay. All right. Alaric, how much mana do you want to put into your manifest green?
I'm gonna do the grove of burnt willows and the Embla, so I'll put 2.
You'll put one green and 1.
Yep.
So X is 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, giant growth only costs 1, so
that's true.
Should be fine.
All right. Do you have a way to roll? Do you have 2 D10s?
Yep.
Or do you? Okay. So know which one is the.
Well, I have dice. It actually has a percentile on it.
There you go.
I got a 59.
59. Okay.
Nice.
And then Angel, go ahead and roll a D20.
1 D20 coming right up. Oh, natural 20, baby! Yes!
This really shouldn't have worked. Okay.
I told you it was silly.
Well, the thought is with mine is that if it didn't work, at least the angel's big enough that it should be able to swing her sword.
That exactly.
That's the subtitle for this campaign. That really shouldn't have worked.
Okay. You work yourself up. You spread your wings. And you lift slightly into the air, and you start to get a bit of a glow. Not enough to hurt Karim. As you do so, Alaric says a low chant, extends his arms out to you, and you feel yourself start to I'm not going to make this dirty. So many of the words that I was going to use, I'm like, no, can't use that. That sends the wrong idea.
Throb.
I was going to say swell, but I'm like, you feel yourself, your entire being almost sort to expand. It's funny. You're almost amazed at this yourself, but you feel like you take up more space, but your armor doesn't seem constrained at all. I suppose perhaps Karim, your observation of this might be interesting in that she doesn't appear to be any larger, and yet somehow she takes up more space than she did before. You're almost humbled by the sight, and Karim takes a step back. As he does so, 4 wolves burst through the trees, one of whom is at least twice as large as the others. None of you have seen any wolf really that could compare to this. They all have that same kind of rust color to them, alternating with gray. The large one, though, seems to be almost entirely red colored. And they make it about 3 feet. And they all stop. The large wolf, the other wolves turn and look at the large wolf. The large wolf looks at the angel and starts to raise her muzzle to be level with the angel's. And for about 5 seconds is like shaking, trying to do so. And then, still maintaining the rear part of her body, she starts to lower her front legs and lowers her muzzle to the ground until she's looking at the ground in front of the angel. Prostate.
I think the word you're looking for is prostrate.
Prostrate. Thank you. Prostate is something else, isn't it? Prostrate. The other wolves immediately fall to the ground. That shouldn't have worked. Gosh darn you. But it did.
Huh. That
What?
is not what I expected.
Go on, say something majestic.
Did she say the wolf's name earlier? I forgot.
No?
Okay.
No.
I didn't know if this was the kind of wolf that understands things or not. All right, I will put all the bass into my voice that I can and, sound menacing and say something to the effect of, these people are under my protection. Leave now and never come back, or else you'll have to deal with me. And I intensify the light just a little bit when I say me.
Chewie, I want you to roll percentage. If you only have one D10.
I got 2.
All right, just make sure you know which one is.
Yeah,
which.
I've got.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I rolled 02. Did I roll 102? Because
No,
0 is
12.
10, right?
Yeah, 0 is 100, but 0 in the tens place with anything else, it counts as 0.
Oh well, I rolled a 2 then. Well, it sounded like a good plan.
Hold on. Oh, you have got to be kidding.
That shouldn't have worked.
Alaric, where are you?
Behind the angel.
Lorik leaves this place and never returns.
I get thrown into the air and right into the jaws of the wolves. Thank you. Good night.
Alaric,
You are welcome.
Alaric, I want you to roll a percentage as well.
89.
Good lord.
80. So here's what happens. The wolf hears the angel's voice, and somehow, contrary to the angel's, I guess, plan or motive, her voice almost shakes the wolf out of her stupor. Something about the tone maybe just doesn't sound right. However, as she raises her head, she locks eyes with Alaric. There's almost some sort of primal understanding that passes between them.
Mm-hmm.
The wolf gets up slowly, maintaining eye contact with Alaric. A word forms in Alaric's mind, and later in his chat when I find it.
It's a long word.
That is a long word. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
You feel almost like there's this string between the two of you, and it could break at any moment. Is there a thought or emotion that you want to send back to the wolf? If you could put any your thought into any one word, what would it be?
Yes is the ones come to mind, but
Yes.
yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
She gets up and slowly breaks the connection with Alaric, turns and walks into the woods. As she leaves, the other wolves get up, run past her. Once she's beyond the tree line, while barely visible, she turns and once again looks Alaric full in the face, and then almost seems to dissolve.
What
into the
just
woods.
happened?
Alaric just learned a new spell. Alaric, you can add to your magical skills.
Mm-hmm. Animal communication.
Summon wolf pack.
Oh.
So, summon a wolf pack is going to cost you 6 and 2 green.
Okay.
But it summons a pack of wolves that are collectively a 7/6. So
Wow.
That's a lot of wolves.
it's a lot of wolves. Orem climbs down, takes a look around. None of you can sense any more approaching creatures. The ground is littered with wolf bodies, and there are no casualties on your side.
Nice.
Alana approaches as well, and Orem offers to shelter you for the night. And
And I
Even me?
clap Orem on the back and say, "Excellent shooting, my man."
what were you saying, Mike?
I said even me.
Band of brothers type stuff, I guess.
Okay.
And that is where we will end it this time. With a whole lot of dead wolves and Alaric learning a new trick.
Is that from Starter or Portal Second Age, the 6GG for a 7/6 wolf pack?
Let's find out. I had it in my notes. My notes don't, I have to go in together. Wolfpack, Masters Edition 2, and Portal 3 Kingdoms.
Portal 3 Kingdoms. Okay.
I had to do a bit of finagling there because no way on earth was the angel going to intimidate this wolf. And she's just like brushing the thing off her shoulder. Just like, yeah, I know I got it. So good job. I have really got to expect the unexpected with you. I'm trying, but whew.
Well, like Derek said, if it didn't work, I was bigger and had a big ass sword. So
Yeah, but it was going to be like a major battle, and I should have learned this from literally every DM video I've watched. Is like, just wait, you'll make the most intricate encounter, and then somebody will be like, gonna romance the dragon or whatever, and it's gonna work.
And they're gonna get a critical, and you're gonna be like,
in this case, the angel does like the setup, and then Alaric, whether he even knew it or not, was in just the right position, had enough green mana to 5 forests, and kind of his background was enough to make a connection with this wolf, and happened to roll very high percentage. So congratulations, you learned a new summon.
Good.
I'm gonna have to come up with something else to kill you guys. I mean, this was great.
okay, so before we wrap this up, I want to turn to the guys and say, what just happened? Like,
okay.
It started. She started to be intimidated, and then something happened. I don't think it was me, and she just walked away.
It wasn't you. Sorry.
What? Shut up! You're not there. You're getting drunk.
I know.
Like, did you do something? And I point at Karim.
I don't know. I was still kind of disoriented.
Did you do something? And I pointed at Elric.
We had a little bit of a discussion.
You and the giant she-wolf?
Yes.
Could you talk to animals this whole time and you never told us?
This was very tenuous. I think it's it's a because of where I've come from, the plane I'm from, the being around wildlife, being attuned to nature as I have been, that I had a very tenuous connection to the wolf, the pack leader. And the pack leader asked, "Are we strong? And are we worthy?"
Oh.
I said yes. And asked if we would protect. And I said yes. And out of that, I think the wolf found us worthy.
Because when someone asks you if you're a god,
You say yes.
Ray.
So wait a minute. If Gander said, like, these people thought that Gander was protecting them from the wolves, were the wolves after Gander? Were the wolves trying to save the people from Gander and then from me? I have no idea what's going on.
Ha 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 ha. Sorry. I just love it when you guys come up with this stuff.
huh? Well,
Like, would the wolves have just gone away if Gander was smart enough to answer the question? I don't know.
I don't think Gander would have been attuned.
Who was the first person that the wolves saw this evening?
Me. I think.
Hmm.
But would that have been out of fear or respect?
or neither.
Touche.
Huh. All right. Well, all's well that ends well. Let's get some sleep. Or
See?
something.
At
Do
least one of
vampires
us.
sleep? And I elbow Karim in the ribs. Is that a thing? Do we need to get you a coffin?
I don't know. The journal entry I read just talked about sensitivity to light, immortality, and the ability to turn into mist, which I'm sure will come in handy someday.
Whoa.
Well, one question is going to be so because you're a vampire, if I were to cast the healing and everything, would that heal you or would that do something to you? And what exactly are you going to eat?
Oh yeah, and I've got blessed healing. Would that be bad for you? Or is that just an old wives' tale?
See, I have a feeling mine would probably be less detrimental because mine's green mana.
So
I don't know.
last episode, just the angel used blessed healing on Karim.
Oh, I did, and it didn't hurt him.
Yeah. It didn't hurt him.
Okay, good. So
This
it's not.
curse doesn't. Him being affected by the curse has not killed him. He's not undead.
Yeah, so this
He's
isn't
just-
Final Fantasy. Use a phoenix down to kill a zombie. Got it.
Correct.
Good to know.
Or a phantom train, if you don't feel like suplexing it.
You gotta suplex the train, man. Come on.
I love suplexing the train.
Yeah, but then you can use it. It's still a big pain in the butt. You can still use a phoenix down afterward.
It's more of a pile driver, really. Anyway.
But
well,
yeah, the
there
note
you
that
go.
Gander left says that the curse manifests differently for each individual. So who knows what else we'll find out.
And where are you from again? You're from Ravnica, right? No. Where are you from?
No, me? I'm from Chandelar.
Chandelar, right.
Yeah, he was originally from Chandelar, and he walked to Fiora, the conspiracy set, or the conspiracy setting.
What?
Right?
That's not what I have written down.
Oh, that's the angel. I'm sorry. The angel's from Fiora and walked to Wrath. You went from Chandelar to Tarkir. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong sheet. I'm sorry. And then Alaric was from Innistrad and went to Theros. Okay.
Party
Sorry.
I had.
What's that?
And what a party I had.
I'm sure. Okay. All right.
All right.
So-
well, with that, we will put this RPG episode to rest. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
We got to do, I got to do neat stuff with my new and old abilities.
There you go.
And Dirk got to do neat stuff with his new abilities and make me all big and scary and not scary. God.
I really enjoyed your using the wall. I just wanted to make sure that I understood exactly what you wanted me to do with it. That's why I kept asking. I wasn't trying to hound you. Just want to know, okay, this is what it looks like. This is what you're trying to do. Everybody used their manifest.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
you had Aram knocking out arrows like...
He rolled what, a 72?
Something like that.
76, yeah.
76, yes. So with just 2 mana, which was enough to get started, and then he rolled a 76. So Orum's over there, and I almost described what he was going through. I'm like, well, he's not a player character. I'd rather you just kind of see the evidence of it. So he's just down there like machine gunning these things. I guess
Yeah,
the power was inside all along, you know?
So let me guess. He was seeing things in super slow motion while
Yeah,
he
probably.
moved at normal speed as far as he was concerned?
I didn't think about it that much, but let's say sure. That sounds like a thing that would
Like
happen.
that scene in the first Spider-Man movie when Flash Thompson goes to punch Spider-Man or punch Peter Parker, and he like moves out of the way and turns and looks up and down his arm real quick.
Yeah, like that, but with arrows.
With arrows, yeah.
and someone said something about physics, and I agree. Usually you can't affect it, but he was drawing them back with such speed and force that they were being propelled that much faster. So,
But no, that's not physics. That was magic.
well, then yes, we're doing that then. Whatever works. I am not a physicist.
No,
at
he
all.
was giving him another little push as they were coming off of the.
No, yeah.
There we go.
Shut up, Mike. All right. Well, do we have any quick final thoughts before we wrap up this episode?
This was fun for me too. Not sure not sure how many episodes we have left this year because the date of this recording is December 10th. I'm good to record next week if you guys are.
Yep.
And then the week after that is Christmas Eve, and then the week after that is New Year's Eve. I mean, Christmas Eve, I probably will be unavailable. New Year's Eve, it's not like I'm going out to a party, so if you guys are around, I mean, I don't know. Well, I'll see. I guess I'll see what Carrie and Sam want to do, but regardless, not too many episodes left this year, but still, I've enjoyed it, and yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, this was
Good
pretty
job,
sweet.
guys.
I would be sad that there's not so many episodes the rest of this year, but to be frankly honest, thank goodness.
2020.
That means the year is almost over.
Yeah.
2020 just needs to get on up out of here.
Yeah, sadly, it tipping over to 2021 won't actually make anything better, but at least we'll have a different number to complain about, right?
It's
Right.
it's a thought.
Because
It's a
after
hope.
New Year's Eve, 2020 can't hurt us anymore.
No.
hmm
Now 2021 can, but
But that's not 2020.
I say 2020 can go jump in a dumpster.
Man. So wait, people say hindsight is 2020? I think that means that once we get past 2020, we're going to look back and be like, oh my God, look what all the things we could have done right. Except for, us, who were like, yeah, that's what we were saying the whole time, you bastards. I just put up an odds and ends from May. I got another one done yesterday, the first one I've done in a few weeks. And it was a Monday Night Magic, so it wasn't super depressing. But I know that the next Mana Pool one that we do, it's going to be us going, wow, you know what the government should do is all of this, and that would help. And the government didn't do any of that, and it's going to be a bummer. It's not hindsight if you called it ahead of time, right?
I think by the very definition of hindsight, no, that would be
Yeah.
foresight.
Yeah.
We just didn't realize that hindsight meant we were looking at someone's hiney.
Baby.
Here's what we all just really need to hope and pray for. And I'm scared to even say this out loud. But we better not look back on 2020 as the good old days.
Oh God, that sounds
Right?
like a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys have a good night now. Get to try to get to sleep.
Huh? All right, who's got another final thought?
My final thought is I hope maybe hopefully we can get another one of these going. The RPG episodes are a lot of fun, and I'm hoping we can be able to do another one of these rather soon. I did also have to kind of look back through my notes, and as I looked through them, I thought, holy moly, I missed writing down a bunch of things. Because like the last thing I had written was Black Hole turns into Karim. Karim is cursed to become a vampire. That was the last thing I wrote down. And as we're
Well,
talking, going, oh no, I didn't write down the last bit of stuff down about the books or anything.
well, after that, you were kind of like, should I kill him? Should I not kill him? Is he already dead? Is that immoral? So you had things going on.
I was a little bit kind of like, do I shoot Mike?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Asking the big questions.
What is your favorite color?
To be fair, should I shoot Mike is one of the big questions
Yeah.
that we've all asked ourselves at least once or twice.
Yes.
Well, at least I waited to the last bit to ask that question. Apparently, I was the last person to think it.
Lord. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to do the Patreon thing.
Oh wow.
It's been like a month since to do this. I almost forgot that step. So, hey, if you want to help support what I do here with all of the streams and the YouTube videos and the podcast, then you can go to patreon.com/themanapool and sign up to be a lifeguard. You can get early access to videos and podcasts, and you get the odds and ends. You can get the sponsorship shout out on the podcast and on the end screen for all the YouTube videos. So, I would like to thank, let me make sure, active this tier. Yeah, I would like to thank, Patreon changed how their patron manager works again, so I keep having to learn how things work. Let's thank our mythic lifeguards: Rafe Gall, Al, Kim Ho, Scuzzo, John Parker, Jake Jansens, Beardy Man, Timu Hillis Haryu, PJ McMullen, The Beast Father, Aaron Goodwine, Jason Kaus, Andrew Hunt, Aleph Cat, Cody Buckowing, Casey, Jeff Spencer, Gothic Man, Danny Leal. Oh, hang on, I lost my spot. Jason Doan, Mr. Dr. Lewis. Oh, that's a new person. I was like, I've literally never said this name out loud. I haven't. This is the first show we've done this month. Welcome, Mr. Dr. Lewis. Connor Kennedy, Backwards Logic, and ALK Alters. Yay. Thank you all so very much for your support, because you allow me to keep doing this and, pay the rent. Also, thanks to all of our lifeguards at every tier. I appreciate it. I'm so incredibly sorry that I'm still so far behind on odds and ends. But it's really hard, as I've said before, to go back and listen to us when we thought things were bad. And they only got just exponentially worse since then. And I can't. It's hard to listen to. So I really do apologize. But I did get one up yesterday or the day before, which I need to go mark it off the list before I forget and open it up and be like, there's already a file here, what the hell, and confuse myself. But I've got 4 or 5 that are ready to be listened through. I just have to do it. No, 5, 6. Oh man, I'm further ahead than I thought. Further ahead at being behind. Anyway.
Sorry, it's not funny, but
it kind of is, yeah. And in the meantime, what's going on YouTube? I just finished Mario 64. As of this recording, the final Mario 64 video will go up tomorrow, I think. I'm putting up last week's Just Chatting stream. It turns out we had clean breaks for 4 parts. So the first episode is called Brian Loves FF7 Remake. And the second part is both sides of delivery nightmares. Because Brian had one on the receiving end and I had one on the delivery end. Just delivery horror stories. Yep. And then there's 2 more coming from last week's stream. And I've got at least 1, possibly 2 Hand of Fate videos to go up. And I wasn't able to record any more Hades because my computer's acting stupid. And there was something else and I forgot. But there's plenty of stuff coming up on the YouTube channel. So, yay, go check that out. I enjoy our Just Chatting streams. Even like, I usually don't listen through them. I just sort of skip ahead and try to figure out, okay, what conversation was this? All right, that's still that one. And I just keep skipping ahead until I find a different conversation. Then I back up and try to find the beginning of it. But like with these, I kept stopping and just listening and zoning out, listening to us, even though it's a conversation that I was a part of. Because I just enjoy us when we're talking about just random nonsense. It's a lot of fun. So yay. Sorry you weren't there for that, Mike, but you had good reason.
Yeah.
Okay, anyone else have any more final thought things?
I'm good.
No? Okay.
Here. No, it was good to get it was nice to get a good shut up, Mike. I hadn't heard that in a while. Made me feel better.
With the little push, yeah, that was the worst. And Mike, everyone that has commented has said that they're the good wishes and good vibes and hoping that your dad recovers quickly and without any sort of kinks. So, except for the kinks that were already there, without any sort of problems.
Right.
We're not here to kink shame.
And I do appreciate that, and I do value that. So thanks, everybody.
So, yes, everyone. And when I told the old man, he was like, Mike's dad. I was like, yeah, the other Claude who's a truck driver. And he went, really? His dad's name is Claude? I'm like, really? We're doing this again? He's like, and he's a trucker? I'm like, oh my God. And Mom goes, how many times are we going to have this conversation over the years?
As many as it takes. And then one more.
So, if he doesn't have direct contact with people, they don't stick. So I can't really blame him for that. Because Mom asked how old Sam was. And I went, 9 or 10, I think. And Mom went, is that right? I went, I think.
One of those is correct, yes.
Yes. Nailed it. Because I haven't seen Sam, at all this year.
Yep.
And I'm always a little iffy on, like, ages of anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have no idea how old any of you are either. I just know that, like, Dirk and I are basically the same age, and I think Brian is, like, 1 behind us, and Mike is, like, 2 or 3 behind us. I just don't know what those numbers are. So, yeah, these aren't things that stick in my head. So I cut the old man slack for not remembering something like that.
Yeah.
Like how, for many years, every year it was a surprise to find out that Mike's birthday is the same as Mom's birthday. Every year. It was like, holy crap! Oh, wait, I did know that, didn't I? Every year. I'm talking for like 10 years. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I knew that. Hang on. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. So, this has been episode 606, another installment in the Heirs of Trivester RPG. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as we did. Let us know in the comments or on Twitter or in Discord or wherever. And thank you all so very much for joining us. And go play something magic adjacent, I guess.